This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, my name is Sandy Johnson Boyd, and I am an author, educator, therapist, and transformational speaker. Here to just share with you a few strategies to maintain a mindset that will help you overcome challenges you may face along the way of life's journeys. The roadmap to success that I believe each one of you can follow is called WRAP, an acronym that encapsulates the steps needed to unwrap your future and pave the path to success. So let's jump right in. The W in WRAP, W-R-A-P, means write your story. Each one of us holds a pen, and the blank pages of our lives awaits our words. Writing your story isn't merely jotting down events or experiences. It's about actually crafting a narrative that defines who you are and who you aspire to be. It's about setting goals, dreaming big, and mapping out the steps to achieve them. It was a point in my life that I was not the author of my own story. I was simply a character in someone else's. I was a single mom in Detroit, struggling with my children. I looked at my story through the eyes and the lens of struggle and defeat. I looked at my decisions that I had made that created my situation. I focused on that and the failure and disappointment I saw in the eyes of those around me. My life was home, work, church, and kids' activities. My dreams have been extinguished by everyday life's demands. I felt stuck. Have you ever felt stuck? Has it been a time that you felt like you didn't have any way to go forward? Then one day, I was attending a program with my daughter, Cobo Hall, which is located in downtown Detroit. And it was a speaker there. And they spoke on the story and the narratives that you've created in your head. They spoke on the way that you view yourself and your situation and your expected outcome did not have to be the reality. He encouraged us to change our narrative, say change your narrative. He encouraged us to change the stories we told. The words that stuck out most in my head that day is, this is the last day that you think of yourself in that way. This is the last day that's the narrative you tell of yourself. On that day, I picked up my pen and I began to script out my life and change my narrative. I started to see a brighter future by changing my narrative. I started to realize that my current situation was not my final destination. On today, I ask you, are you ready to write your story? So pick up your pen and start writing your story today, because the power to shape your future lies in your hand. And I know life be life and things are hard. Parents be tripping, grades are due, gotta work a job. It's just a lot. Relationships end, your ops are after you. But it's not how life hits you, it's on how you respond to the things of life. You can look at your parents as an opportunity to build self-control. You can look at your ops coming at you as a way to navigate difficult people. You can look at your failures as lessons. Hard times as grid-building experiences. Change your viewpoint and view hard times through a different lens. On today, I ask you, are you ready to write your story? Are you ready to take the pen? Are you ready to create the life that you envision? So we done W, write your story. R, release. The first person or thing you're going to release is yourself. You're going to forgive yourself for the missteps, the mistakes, not showing up fully who you are for whatever reason, and extend self-compassion to self. In the words of Elsa in Frozen, we're going to let it go. It's also important to release others who may have hurt or harmed you along the way. As sometimes, and some of you are sitting in your seats right now, have not had the best home life. Things have been hard. If you have two plants that have been they grew up in a field, and somebody comes and digs one up and takes it in the house, and the other one is left in the field. The one that's taken in the house is talked to, fertilized, watered, put out for enough sun, taken in when it was too much. And the other one is left in the field to fight through the weeds for its place, left in the field to fight the elements. It's hit by the rain, wind, and storm. No one has protected it. And some of you young people are sitting in that seat, unprotected, being hit by all the elements. The parent or the situation in life you needed is not the situation you were given. And you're holding your parents or others to an image of what you expected life to be. Feeling angry, hurt, rejected, maybe some of the feelings present. Walking in life with unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is too emotionally heavy to carry. Forgiveness is not saying the other person or your mother or father was right or excuse their behavior, but it does allow you to take control of your behavior, your attitude, your emotions. Take time to write down their names. Then next to their names, write the feelings that they have caused, not the behaviors, the feelings, and forgive them one by one. Drop that load on today. For many parents, they're doing the best job they could with the resources they had, or maybe sometimes not. Either way, forgive. Take responsibility for your healing. So and then we're going to walk in release, not closure. Sometimes we want closure. We want to go to that person and we want to talk about it and have them say, I'm sorry. That requires the other person to be at a certain level of healing and maturity. And the only person healing and maturity you can handle is yours. That's the only person you have control of. And if you were able to sit down and have that type of discussion with that person, the relationship probably wouldn't have ended. So instead of closure, we're just going to do release, which is just simply forgiving, let it go. So we have written our story. We have released it, forgiving others and ourselves. And now we're going to affirm it. To affirm means a self-affirmation is a powerful tool that can propel you towards success. Believe in yourself, your abilities, and even when others doubt you. Recognize your strengths, acknowledge your weaknesses, and embrace your uniqueness. I had a student a few years ago that had a real tough home life, and different staff members would pick him up. One of the staff members had his playlist going, and he had Maverick City going. And one day this student got in the car and said, "Mister, can you play that song?" He said, "What song?" He said, "You know the one, God don't make mistakes." And on that day, he affirmed that he was not a mistake. And just like he's not a mistake, you're not either. You were created on purpose and with purpose. And affirmations just are positive statements declaring who we are, where we're going in life. They uplift us, and we speak them until we believe them to be wholeheartedly. You are capable of achieving greatness, but it starts with believing in yourself wholeheartedly. So stand tall, speak your truth, and let the confidence shine through. So right now, we're going to say a few affirmations. Like, repeat after me. I am loved. I am powerful. I believe in my ability to overcome. I am resilient. I'm doing my best. I forgive. And lastly, I am enough. So we've done right. W, write our story. R, release. A, affirm who we are. Now we're going to move in P. P is purpose. I believe that we were all put here for a reason. Remember, you are not a mistake. Seek it. Purpose is just simply making a difference in the lives of others. Purpose is where your talent and burden intersects, where your skills and your story meet. Recently, I attended a mental health awareness month event, and one of the presenters was from a project called 111. This project was formed by a mother. That child was murdered by fentanyl poisoning. This parent gathered other parents with the same burden, the same loss. Now they took their burdens and their talents, and they go around and teach other parents, others about the dangers of fentanyl poisoning. They're taking their loss, their pain, and helping other parents to never have to feel that pain. Your gifts, your stories, even the hard parts, push you to be a change agent, an atmosphere shifter, and a dream keeper. Success is not merely about achieving fame and wealth. It's about finding fulfillment and purpose in what you do. Take time to explore your passions, interests, values. What ignites the fire in you? What drives you to make a difference in this world? Discover your purpose will not only give you meaning to life, but would also guide you towards a path that your talents can flourish and make a meaningful impact. So we're going to do one little exercise together. I'm just going to introduce it. The exercise is called 777. I want you to take a sheet of paper, write 777. Number 1 is 7. The first 7 is what you're proud of. The second 7 is what you forgive yourself for. The third 7 is what you're going to move in action for. So we're going to what we're proud of. So we're affirming ourselves. The The next one, what you forgive yourself, so you're releasing yourself. The last one is what you're going to be moving in action on. So you're going to affirm, release, action, and that action will lead to purpose. You just pick up your pen and write the story, giving yourself permission to move on and step in purpose. And I want to encourage you everyone, for the next 7 days to do your 777. So in closing, I urge you to wrap your future in success. Write your story with purpose and passion. Release the past that weighs you down. Affirm who you are with unwavering confidence. And find purpose that fuels your soul. Together, let's unwrap our futures and create a legacy that inspires generations to come.